Hello guys, welcome back to another video of movie review series. So guys, today I am going to review Transformers Dark of the Moon. That was the third part of Transformers. So if you guys don't know, I am making a series in my channel in which I am reviewing every Transformer movies. So I've already reviewed two Transformer movies, Transformers and Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, and today it's time for the Dark of the Moon. So the Dark of the Moons, the story of Dark of the Moon starts from 2011. Actually, this movie takes place at 2011 after the events of Revenge of the Fallen in 2009. So now we see that Sam Witwicky and Mikila have break up. So now Sam got a new girl, that was Carly. And actually the main reason was that Megan Fox, who played Mikila in the previous movies, was fired by Michael Bay. And then we see the 1972 moon landing, that scene. And here I think that it's a very good thing that Michael Bay did, that he connected the real life incidents with the Transformers. Means he also connected the Carnival accident that was done in reality, and he showed that it was actually because of the Decepticons. So it was a very nice thing, guys. And if I talk about the story, then the story was actually superb, I think. And literally, I mean, in the second movie, as I told, the story was very complex and very bad, because the script was incomplete. So what we accept more, but otherwise, guys, I think this movie is very nice. And actually we also saw the war of Cybertron, and actually in the war of Cybertron, the Autobots and Decepticons, the war after that, when Cybertron was destroyed, we saw that an unknown Autobot landed on the moon. And when Neil Armstrong went to moon, he also saw that, according to this movie. But actually the humans hide it from the Autobots. And then we see that Sam Witwicky is living with Carly, and he is now very happy, and he is also getting a new job in NASA. And there only the story revolves, that he learns about the NASA and all that there are something mysterious in the moon that was hidden from the Autobots. And then we also see Megatron, who has finally been revived. So after his death in Transformers 1, in Revenge of the Fallen, he was again revived by the Fallen, and we also saw him, but I didn't like him. And in Dark of the Moon, we see that he's again revived, but his condition is very weak, because his old tank body has been destroyed. So now he has been get a new truck body. And literally I don't like the design of Megatron, was very worst in this movie, and that's one of my complaints also. And then we see that Megatron and makes a plan of Decepticons, that actually that unknown Autobot who was found on the moon, it was actually the teacher of Optimus, Sentinel Prime. And then we see that Optimus Prime revived Sentinel Prime, and actually it was the plan of Decepticons that the Optimus Prime will revive Sentinel, and then they will actually, there was something mysterious in the moon. Some pillars were there through which they could terraform Earth into the Cybertron. And then obviously we see some twist, that Sentinel Prime betrayed and he killed Ironhide. And then we see that Sentinel Prime joined Decepticons. And then we saw that the Chicago War and the final battle, the climax war, means that was actually awesome. At the end, when Megatron and Sentinel was killed by Optimus, and Optimus one's hands was also destroyed, and that scene was actually awesome. and literally here I think it's one of the most perfect movie of Transformers. As now I have also seen Age of Extinction and last night. I think it's a very perfect movie. And now that was the basic storyline. Now if I talk about the overall pros of this movie and cons of this movie, then first of all if I talk about the pros, then first pro is the storyline. Means literally yeah, the storyline is very nice. The in the first movie the story was nice, simple and greatly portrayed. In second part the story could be nice, but because of the incomplete script the story was very complex and very bad. But in the third part I think it's nice story. I think the story is quite good, not better than Transformers 1, but still as a quite good story that they combined the original events of the moon landing with the Autobots and Decepticons. And other than that, the final climax was awesome. Chicago battle, the battle at Chicago was really awesome. I have no words actually after seeing that battle. And otherwise some emotional moments are also there, and some means the connection, the relativity that I think is done very nicely in this movie. And another thing that this movie is perfect, means perfect literally. And actually in Age of Extinction and last night I saw that they have added so much explosions that it was literally going cringy sometimes. Means no storyline, no character development, only fightings and explosions. But guys, in this movie the explosions were there, but the storyline was also created nicely. There was a perfect balance in the storyline and the battles, and this movie was filled with actions, but the character development done was also nice, and that was great. And it was a perfect end of Sam Witwicky's character. And other than that, the CGI and VFX, those were a bit weaker in Revenge of Fallen. That was again improved in Dark of the Moon, and the transformations are obviously OP. And overall there are many pros of this movie. And if I talk about some cons, then a very major con is there. After having so many pros also, there is a major con. First of all, the story is nice. I will not say the story is bad, but still it could be a bit better. But still, if I ignore this also, then the movie is literally 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I don't think it deserves that much time. If it would be 2 hours, then it would be very nice. But the movie was very long, and I don't think that this movie deserved this watch time. And it was a very major con. Because of that, many additional things were also added. And yes, some plot armors, I will also say, yes, there are some stupid plot armors that literally makes no sense, and something that don't have any explanations also, that why Carly was there instead of Mickey Lee. But still guys, these were the cons I found. And in the first half I was a bit bored. And otherwise I think Megatron character was bad, that was not good. And that was the only means the cons of this movie. And overall I think it's a great movie. And after seeing all the Transformer Bayverse movies, I think Dark of the Moon is the best of all of them. I always knew the story of means a bit thing about Dark of the Moon, that it is very good. And I think actually that this movie, and I really felt the final battle like Man of Steel movie, literally the destruction, the explosions. And I think it's a must watch movie, and I think it's the best movie among all the Transformer Bayverse movies. So overall I want to give this movie, if I talk about rating, then I want to give it this movie 8.7 out of 10 stars. And in the first half it was a bit boring, and the movie was long stretched, and that's the only reason I cut a lot of stars. Otherwise 8.7 out of 10 I will give it. So that was our review of Dark of the Moon, and I think it was the perfect end of this Transformer trilogy. And I would be very happy if the Transformer universe would end in this movie only, but they extended this universe. They made part 4, part 5, but I don't think, after seeing part 4 and part 5, I don't think that those movies should be canon also. Literally, I think Dark of the Moon is the original ending of the Bayverse universe. And in the next video, I'll also review Age of Extinction. And now if I talk about some shout out that my very cute friend have requested me, so I am giving him shout out. His channel's name is Your Local Jampel, so make sure to subscribe him. And I don't know what type of content he actually makes. He makes a bit mixed type of content, so shout out to Your Local Jampel. Okay, happy. Now we'll meet in the next video, guys, with another video. Please subscribe for updates, contents, Marvel DC contents, and bye.